Hopefully you'll play with some stuff too.
Ever since I've been pouring all this drinking, yeah, my mind been clear. You ain't about that life, you ain't about that shit. I can see up in the air. Oh yeah, fly high like paper planes. I ain't talking no in my earth. Yeah, I been geeked up. Yeah, my heart been stuck up on this plane. Yeah, start lying about all the shit you do. Yeah, bitch, be a discouraged. Line by this, line by that. I don't wanna hear the shit anyways, bitch.
Spittin', what's going on, bro? Welcome back. Happy Friday. A rare Friday stream today. We haven't done one in a while. How you doing? How's your week been? Let us know if you're in the chat with us right now. What's going on? What the hi there to you too. What's going on, Penny Blush? Welcome in. We'll get started here shortly. I gotta change this music so I don't get DMCA'd. Whoops. If you are here in the chat with us and you need to submit your music, you can always do that just by hitting Command Submit. That's going to bring up the Google form for you. If you want to skip the queue, here are the instructions in the chat. But I'll explain how all of that goes, how this all works, and what this is very shortly. If you are in the chat with us, though, hit the tweet link. Tell your friends to come hang out with us. And also, let me know if you can hear me properly, because sometimes my mic's a little messed up. Oh, yes. We love Big Duck music in here, man. We love Big Duck. Mo's the best. One of my favorite music Twitch streamers that exists. If you're with us on Instagram, come hang out on Twitch. We're live right now. We'll be live for the next 2 hours listening to music, giving feedback as a community. If you want to submit your music, it's free. All you have to do is hit the link in the chat for you on Twitch and in my bio if you're on Instagram. There's a Google form for you to fill out. And that's it. That's all you got to do. We're going to get started here very, very shortly. Just doing some final setup things. Deja. Oh, fire. Yeah, please do. I've got to figure out what the email to give people is, because honestly, my Gmail's not the one. My Genius one's not the one either. I get too many things on both. But let me figure it out. Just send it to me on Discord for now. Let's go. Definitely, if you want to submit your music and you haven't done so yet, just make sure you hit this link that I put in the chat for you. That's going to be the best way to submit. I am having a decent game. A decent day, Noah. Give it another minute. Devontae Vaughn, what's going on? Mundane, what's going on? Let's turn the camera on. Hey, everybody. Hi. What's up? How's everybody doing today? If you're in the chat with us, let us know where you're watching from. I always want to know where you guys are at in the world. We are doing a bit of a rare impromptu Friday stream today. 4200 Corey, what's going on? Welcome in for the first time. So if you are in here forever, what's going on too? Welcome in. We got Indiana in the chat. What part of Indiana, 4200 Corey? I've been to Indianapolis once. Just one time. I've driven through Indiana. The Discord link is right here. We got Texas. We got Houston in the chat. We got a couple Texas people. We've definitely got a Texas community building in the Discord as well, which is beautiful. Indianapolis has a pretty cool music scene. Tice has put me onto some rappers from there that I really like, and some R&B singers who are from there as well, who maybe relocated since. But definitely heard some cool music come out of Indianapolis, and that's not something that I expected. No offense to Indianapolis. It's just not. You know, you don't think Indianapolis first. A lot of times, yeah. Shout out to Tice, man. I fuck with Tyson, Top View, and everything they're doing over there. It's definitely a really, really cool thing. Alright, if you are here in the chat and you just joined us, you want to submit your music, make sure you hit Command Submit. If you want to skip the queue, I will explain that, but there are instructions right there for you in the chat as well. Right now, this is what our submission queue looks like, which is great. We have a nice little collection here today. So for everybody who's just getting in for the first time, please go follow us on the KayvanMD's house page. I'm giving away a free consultation right now. These usually cost about $150 for 30 minutes, but I'll be giving this away throughout streams probably for the next month or so. But if you haven't entered yet, go read the rules. If you follow both my personal and this business account, That's how you enter. Put your name in the chat. But read those rules first. Those submissions close this Monday. So you have over the weekend to submit for that. If you want to, we'll do random polls on stream for finalists. And then when we get to that final round, we'll also pull it at random using our spinny wheel on stream as well, all right? So you'll see that kind of happening over the next couple of weeks here on Twitch, all right? Also, other things we're doing. We have our At Home With series, the interview series that we've been doing on the Kayvan's House page, where artists let us into their space and tell us a little bit more about their lives and creative processes. This is, again, not something we charge for. This is just something that we do with artists that we really think are dope and make great music and great art. We have the guest list, which is our new guest curated playlist that is going to be a monthly updated thing. Our first one goes live on Monday with Kind of Consistent. Shout out to Kind of Consistent for doing that with us and taking part in it as well. Very cool. We also have our new Music Who This playlist, which I just updated and dropped a couple hours ago. This is for everyone who's in the community and also people who have kind of come and, you know, come through the community, gone further than the community. People like J-Mac, people like Malik, people like Tide, who we love, who's here on stream a lot too. Sama Poku, who we found here on stream. So if you are somebody who is trying to submit your music, you can always put it in our release calendar. You can do that before it's out. All you have to do is put that release in there. It's the first thing that I check. On a Friday, and a lot of the songs that I pull for that playlist come from that submission form as well, so make sure you do that. If you're with us on Instagram, come hang out on Twitch. That's where all the fun stuff is happening, so come here, all right? Music Man AJ, what's going on? Welcome in. So what we do here, we also have our community playlist, which just updated, and we'll open the submissions for that again next week. So, you know, get in the Discord, get active. We have a lot of opportunities here where we're supporting artists, just trying to figure out ways that we can push what you guys are doing and get you in front of more people, all right? So if you want to guarantee that you get played on stream today, this is how this works. We will go in chronological order, basically, of how things are submitted if no one subscribes or gifts a sub. But if you do want to guarantee that you get played on stream today, the best thing you can do is subscribe or gift a sub to the stream. That'll get you bumped up into a priority queue, which will mark in orange. Those songs will play first. It is a guarantee that your song will get played before the end of the stream. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. We will do random kind of like pulls from the submission form throughout the stream. Usually every 5 subscriber submissions, we'll do a random one kind of picked using a spinning wheel. If no one subscribes in the next couple of minutes, I'll just pull from the random spinning wheel to start with, and we'll just do it that way, which is also fine. And then if we get a bunch of subscribers or gifted subs or whatever, we'll do those bumps, we'll get through to it. But the last 30 minutes of the stream is always dedicated to people who are just in the chat, hanging out with us. So, things you can do, guarantee you get played, subscribe or gift a sub. If you don't really mind and you want to kind of gamble with it, you can wait for the free bumps. Or if you want to stick around until the end of the stream and just take part in what's happening here, it's pretty much, it's not a guarantee, but we get through most of those songs at the end, especially if you're paying attention and active in the chat and you are listening to when the time to put your name in the chat is. All right, so that's kind of how it works. What I do and, you know, how I got here in the first place. So I've been in the music industry for like 10 years. I manage artists, I produce music, and I'm currently director of A&R at Genius Distro. So these are some of the artists that we work with and have been working with over the last like year or so. Names that you might recognize. My name isn't J-Mac. We did his first album. I found him here on stream, signed him to Genius Distro. We had a great little time together, and then he just continued to build and grow, and it was beautiful. Angelo Moto, we'll bring him back. We got an EP dropping with him this summer. We got Vivid from Chicago. We worked with Ajna from LA. Serena, who just dropped an EP today that I've been working all day. Leia the Leah, who I also found here on stream. Same thing with Serena Bray, who I also found here on stream. All signed from Genius Distro. We worked a lot of projects with them. We had a great time working with them. Ashoka Overcast win, obviously, as well. Overcast was a really big one for us last year. We did about 6 million. Yeah, Serena just dropped today. I've been working that project all day today. So everywhere you've seen it today has been a product of me and also Jordan. Shout out to Jordan, her manager as well. Just pushing the shit. Don't feel nervous at all. We love to listen to stuff at all kind of stages of the journey, and honestly, like I love finding things early. That is the point of the stream. So if you're sending in music in, please just be aware that you are going to get feedback from us and the community. It'll be respectful. That is the only rule in here. I'm going to be asking you guys to tell us what you think of these songs as we listen throughout the stream. I'll be filling up socials as we go, so go follow the artist if you like what you hear. But don't be nervous. It's literally like everybody here is like mad nice. Everybody understands what the process of making music is like. Most of us have done it at one stage or another in our lives and in our careers, and this is very much about us just like openly talking about how music can be better if it needs to be, and just gassing stuff up if it's great already. All right, Michael, what was the artist name for you? That's what I need. I see push-up warning shot, but is that the artist name? Because I don't see it if that is what it is. And this is all music we found on stream that we're listening to right now as well. I do keep a running playlist. I do not see Savvy McFly in there, bro. So if you could, just make sure you submit in the Google form. Young Chino, what's going on? Let's get you bumped up. Biza, do we owe you one? Just let me know in the chat. I can't remember if we did or not. This one bangs, man. All right. Savvy McFly. There it is. I found it. All right, so we got a little queue going. This is great. You guys will see how this goes. It's always easier when there is a little queue going. Young Chino. What was the artist name for you, Young Chino? Okay, Biza, you haven't used yours yet. If you are an automatic resubscriber, you do get a free bump every month. You get one free bump a month if you automatically resubscribe to the channel. You do just have to let me know in streams, all right? Young Chino. What was the artist name? I found it. How's everybody been doing this week? What have you guys been working on? Let us know in the chat. I'm a little bit closer to having my melodic pack done, so expect to see a melodic pack go out in the Discord from me probably in the next couple of days. Really focused in on a lot of the piano-based melodic loops. So I'll be sending out some of those, especially if you're a producer and you're in the community. I'm trying to work with more people too. Oh, that sucks, bro. I hate that. I hate that when that happens. I hate it from both sides. When producers flake, and also when artists flake on sessions. Penny said, music vid, a lot under the wire, my fault, but I'm working on 25 unique drawings for out 3-minute drawings. That's fire. So you're gonna do all the illustration yourself? That's really cool. Forever, we got you in the queue. Spittin', we're gonna get you in the queue as well. Feed me beats, says D Wood. I actually do want to work with some people from the community more this year. That's something that I've thought about. And something I've wanted to do for a while. I honestly just haven't had time with like the distro stuff. Because I do like, so for everybody who's not in here frequently, like on the distro side, I am the director of A&R. But I'm also pushing the songs, pitching to DSPs, pitching to curators, and trying to make sure that like everybody is getting their music in front of people listening. So I'm doing way more than just signing artists, which is cool. I love it, but it is a lot of work. So I wish I had a little bit more time to create, but I try to sit down today and just knock out some melodies, kind of come up with some beat ideas. Let's all work on those. You know what I mean? The negotiator. I would be a decent negotiator, I think. Have you ever seen that movie with Samuel L. Jackson? I feel like, you know, that movie taught me a lot. Alright, let's get into it so you guys can see how this goes. Again, if you don't follow Kayvan's House on Instagram, make sure you go do that. Cool stuff coming from us, and I just want to share with you guys and hope we can push it more. Alright, this one's from Savvy McFly, first drop of the year. We're getting back to it. Let us know what you think in the chat. Yeah, bro, look, if you're in here for the first time, just know I'm gonna be silly. It's not that serious ever. Really, sometimes it's serious. It's not really ever that serious, and we all here just to have fun, listen to music, and share together. Like the point of this is for me to just kind of open up the process to you guys as well, so you can see what it's like when I'm playlisting shit. But also like how I think about music, what I think about from artists, and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Miss Nia, just make sure you submit in the Google form. Thank you so much. All right, first up, Savvy. I do think the master on this one's a little bit quiet, but let us know what you think in the chat. Yeah, you can send a SoundCloud link. That's fine. Just make sure you do it in the Google form. Most definitely a good atmosphere. That's why I like his stream so much too. I do think that the quiet master on this one does kind of pull away. It feels like it's got to hit just a little bit harder. The beat's really pretty. I love the sample flip. I actually think the vocal tone is really nice too. But I do wish that everything was louder. Like I wish it was louder. I wish it hit a little harder. Vocals felt a little thin. I wish they were just a little bit wider in the EQ too. Isaac Poe, absolutely. If you did you do it already? Did you already call it in? You get one, so you gotta be on an honor system. So let me know if you called it in or not. Jean Cash. I didn't see a notification come in for you, but just give me a second. If it comes in, I got you, all right? I can never follow trends. I can't do that massage no more. I'ma told me hold my tongue, but some shit that you gotta say. How we go from being geeks to CJ on sin and dread. What does wider in the EQ mean? So basically like a frequency band, right? Like when you're doing EQs, a lot of people will dip things out, boost certain ranges and stuff like that. So if you think about it like a flat line, basically, but it's like more of like a spectrum of sound, like hooks and frequency. But if you cut out certain things, like some people will kind of like compress vocals too much, or cut more of the low end off or more of the high end off, and it just kind of gets into like a little bit of a squash space. I feel like there could be a little bit more, especially in the low end of the vocal on this one, just a little bit more body in it. So that's what I mean by squash. They feel a little thin. I'm gonna save it though, because I really actually like the song a lot. This is an artist from Georgetown, South Carolina. Kareem, what's going on, bro? Welcome back. If you're rocking with us, make sure you go follow Savvy McFly on Instagram, or sorry, on Twitter. It's pretty good. So if you are a sub, you will see a little house emoji, a little KH thing pop up next to your name. So if you don't have one of those, that unfortunately does mean that you are not subscribed. But again, you don't have to. It's just really if you want to and you want to guarantee you get played on stream today. Sounds a bit like West Side Gun, the first guy. Yeah, I think the vocal tone on this was great. I think the delivery on this was great. I liked the raps. I think for me, it was really just the master could be a little bit louder, which also could just be Spotify fucking you over when you upload stuff. And then also, I wish that the vocals were just a little wider, a little thicker. That's it though. Pretty light feedback, I gotta say. Next up, we got Biza and Quo. This is Tribe. Let us know what you think in the chat. Or sorry, maybe Beza? Kareem, I do actually see yours. I think you automatically resubscribe too, so you get one. Yeah, Spotify's compression algorithm is a little doo-doo. I think there is a cheat code of like how you need to mix and master your shit. You just have to Google it, but it's like increasing by a couple LUFs, basically. Alright, this is Beza. Beza, right? Alright, this track's got a transition as well, so I'll wait for it. Beza with 9 underscores, right? On Instagram. I woke back this day, I'ma save my breath. Ain't no mistake, I think by still. And also, if you see me chaotically scrolling through tabs, that's just how I use a computer. I wish I could say that I'm like super organized. I'm organized, but like, man, my ADHD will kick the fuck in when I'm sitting at my computer. I think it's 9 underscores. I'm not entirely sure. 12. Beza says 12 underscores. I'm sorry. Kareem, Miss Anaya, and Jean will get you bumped up. Thank you. What could it be? I really love the melody on this. I wish there was some background vocals like that in some of the spaces though. I use Microsoft Edge, which I used to use Chrome and it would just fuck me up. So I switched to Edge and it's been pretty good. I currently only have 4 tabs open, but I will click through all 4 tabs multiple times. Alright, Kareem, Sanaya. Jean, what's the artist name for you? Never mind. It's like I ask and then I see it every time. Silly boy. Alright, really love this a lot. I do feel like some of the space could be filled by vocals in some of these more instrumental sections. I love the production on it. It's really lush. I do think Edge is better than Chrome. Minus Bing integration, which is shit, but... I love my tribe so much, fuck being independent off a handshake. Did it with no physical incentive. This has got a really nice bounce to it. And everything feels really good. I do just think there is a lot of space that you could fill. There's little extra details, little extra vocals, little nuggets, you know? No joke, this is how we came up. Cause outside, nigga, nobody gon' save us. Really good. Beza, 12 underscores on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. Again, if you want to guarantee a song gets played on stream today and you get bumped into our priority queue, best thing you can do is subscribe or get the sub. That's what we're listening to right now. But in 3 songs, we're going to do a random bump from the submission form for free and give somebody an opportunity to get played. All right? Young Chino up next. Again, Beza, 12 underscores. If you like that one, all right, go follow, go support. We got Young Chino next. 4200 Corey. I do not see a thing next to your name. This is LaMelo by Young Chino. This is my favorite Summer Walker song. Great flip on this already. Drums is super interesting.
I need a little shorty who gon' listen. When she grabbing on the stick, it's a gripping. See an angel in a demon, that shit with it. And when I give her by the stack, it's a flipping.
That's what I'm saying, AJ. Welcome in. This is what I love to do. I love to put artists in front of other curators as well.
I've been born like LaMelo since the beginning. All these 4 days talking for what?
Got that Polo G type delivery, huh?
Baby, I'ma break your heart.
Seti, you got Cheek the Prophet for us today?
These space combat makeup. And we do it all again, break up. But I guess I'm used to that, that's us. You been peeping how I move, how I did that.
I do still think the delivery can be dialed in just a little bit more, so keep working on it. There's something a little off about it. And it might be in the vocal mix and not necessarily the delivery, but it's close.
I'm sweet talking, you listen and rap.
It's close. I don't know what it is, but it's close.
I can't get that, and it's only me on God, and I know that. Yeah.
AJ, I'm glad we got you here, bro. It's such a good community. Everyone's man cool. 99 Voices was good. Mundane says the voices apply to us. I have to be honest. I don't know that I remembered your voice sounding like this. I'm not mad at it, though. 99 Voices, let us know the artist name in the chat. Make sure you submit in the Google form. We'll get you pulled up into that priority queue.
Practically, try my best who you want me to be. Ain't enough, can't change, I'm a dog in the street. And you found out I'm a dog in the street. Can't change on my way.
Is it Foreman shifted down like the whole thing? If it's not, you might want to try Foreman shifting it down just a little bit. How do you get in the orange? If you subscribe or get the sub to the stream, you will get bumped into that queue. All right, that's how. And it's a guarantee you get played on stream today, so that we'll play every single one of those songs without a doubt. Yeah, remixes are allowed. Foreman shifting. So, Foreman shifting, instead of like singing down, it's how you get that like chopped and screwed kind of effect. And you can do it through a couple different plugins. The best one, and the one that I would suggest getting, is Little Alto Boy by... Fuck, who makes it? Why can't I remember now, all of a sudden? Little Alto Boy. I would get this one by Sound Toys. It's amazing. It's how people get that pitched up vocal sound, which is a Foreman shift and not actually a pitch. Or that pitched down vocal sound, which is not pitched down, but is actually a Foreman shift again. So you can actually pitch and Foreman shift on this. You don't have to do both exclusively. You can play with it. You can get all kinds of cool effects. But to me, Little Alto Boy is probably one of the best vocal plugins. You should definitely get it. Overall, though, really liked the song. Really liked the flip on the beat as well. Make sure you go follow Young Chino. A Young Chino, X instead of a U, or a U. But really good overall. I can't wait to hear more. Just keep working on the delivery, I think. That's it. Yeah, because I just make my voice deep and then pitch it out. Don't do that. Get a Little Alto Boy. It's worth it. It's worth the $90 or whatever it is. Yeah, you can pay to skip the line. If you subscribe or gift a sub to the channel, you will get bumped up into that priority queue, which is marked in orange. But we are going to do some free bumps from the submission form too, so stick around. There is always an opportunity to get bumped up for free throughout the stream, and then the last 30 minutes are for people who are here just hanging out with us. So stick around, and you might get bumped up later on too. All right, this is Will Armani with Read Me. Yeah, because I've done that as well. I used to do that when I was a rapper, and then Little Alto Boy is the answer to everything you want.
I know that you see me. Everything I
Well, I've really enjoyed your music, bro, because I like this type of music anyway. VOD will be up on YouTube tomorrow. Yeah, you can go subscribe to my YouTube channel here. That's free. Why to stop rapping? I just fell out of love with it. I didn't really know what to say anymore. There's maybe too much I want to say, but it's too serious. And I fell in love with the business and helping artists on the other side of things. And production. I produce more now than anything. I agree. Will's really got this style of music down. I would love to hear him make some other styles of music like throughout his career, but right now I feel like this is super, super current. It's a really, really great sound. No, I took most of it down because I also don't really love my music from when I was younger. I talk about that a lot because I don't really feel like I had creative control the way that I wanted. And now I really encourage artists to make sure that you do have creative control and make sure you follow your gut and trust yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you know what you like, you know what you make. Kayvan with a K. Kareem K. Who was the one? Kareem K subbed. Who was that? And Kleb Records, I'm just waiting for notification, but as soon as I get it, I got you. This like gives like Lil Uzi, man. This like it gives Uzi, it gives like Juice WRLD, it gives Tekka, it gives like so many artists that I enjoy in this space. So Fago at times, like I think it's actually really solid. The master could be a little bit louder if I had any feedback. I feel like that's the case for a lot of people. I do think it could just knock a little harder. That's maybe the difference that I hear. That's really it. But Will Armani 2 Eyes on Instagram. Young artist out of New York. We love to hear it. Great sound, very current. Definitely excited and curious to see where you go from here. I like it too. Can't create, teach. Yeah, I mean, I still do create. I still produce. I've got production credits out there in the world. It's something I want to do more of too, but it's just like when I have time. Now it's like signing artists, putting projects out, doing the strategic sides. And it feels maybe a little selfish to work on my own shit instead of theirs when there's so many people kind of trusting me to do the work on my side. So I also see a lot of people who do music for the wrong reasons. You got to do it because you love it. This is Forever with Cherry, you and I actually love this group. This comes out May 15th. They make music for Europe. I say this every time we listen to them, but they're from Philly. Forever Music Official on TikTok. What a bounce. What a bounce to this. We got a free bump coming up after this from the submission forum. Seti P says, I like this. It's because you're from Jersey. I know you like this. Nine No Voices says, hey, this is fire. Sia says, that would be a crazy sample.
You play your games and fly away like you was Quidditch. The feelings that I have for you, you never feel.
Vocal tone is perfect. Damn. I know you guys be dancing out in Jersey, man. I know you like a little bounce.
I still be at home and I'm in new places. I'm dying. I don't like arriving.
Fleb Records says this is hard. Caleb K, if you're, or sorry, Kareem K, if you're in the chat, please let me know what the artist name was for you.
I can see through the peephole. Get it shady like people.
This has such a nice bounce on it. Production is great as always, but the vocals feel really good. They fit the production perfectly. They fit in there perfectly. They have the same kind of energy. If you're with us on Instagram, come hang out on Twitch. We're live right now for the next couple hours listening to music. No, 99 Voices, I didn't. What was the artist name for you as well? Oh, there it is. I found it. Benny Blesses, this is so good. Hayden Hendricks says fire. No, I have no nuts on this one either. And it's like that a lot of times in the stream. Not everything needs feedback. Yeah, what's the artist name, Kareem? Love the mix on the vocal. Yeah, it fits perfectly, right? We listen to all genres in here. Literally anything you want. I'm cool to listen to anything. There's some stuff that I don't love and I don't listen to on my own time, but I can still try and give feedback. Yes, sir. That is a stream-to-stream situation. Just because if people were like, can I donate money to you? Can I pay? And I was like, all right, sure. You can do the sub, gift the sub thing so other people get ad-free viewing. We're kind of paying it forward. They get the, you know, the emotes and all that kind of stuff. I just felt like a better way than like, oh, everybody send me money. It's not really what the stream's about. It's just everyone wanted a paid skip queue, so they got one. And it was through the form of subscribing and gifting subs to the stream. I would say this is not a perfect system, but it's a system. And we try to do as many free bumps to the stream as we can get in. So it is, you know, I've tried to make sure we have more room for people who aren't spending money as well. But for those that really want to guarantee it, if it's like an urgent thing that you get played today on stream, that's why I'm like, yeah, you should. Just pay it forward to someone else. It's not that deep. I think it's only like $5 if you have Amazon Prime. Or free if you have Amazon Prime and $5 if you don't. So, you know. I'm also... I will say, I'm also charging less than a lot of other streamers on Twitch. I know they'll be doing like $10, $15 skip queues. And yeah, I want to make it like, I don't need that part of this. Like I do this, it's really for fun and to find music and to support artists. It's just because everyone kept asking for it. So I was like, all right, fuck it. Like we'll do a paid skip queue for everybody who keeps asking. All right, this is Sia. Sorry. I never know how to say this properly, but I really fuck with this artist too. So yeah, every 5 priority subscriber submissions, we will hit that spinning wheel and we will bump somebody up from the queue for free. Saya is a young dude, bro. Are you 17 now? Or are you still 16, bro? This is an open he made recently after a decent break for school. Still 16. IHYIAH on Instagram. He was 15 before when he started sending music in. I really like your music a lot, bro. The feedback I have for you is that you just need to make more content and be more active on social. That's really going to be the thing that's going to change everything for you. I got Kate in the queue already. The thing that's crazy about your music is I actually like this, like legitimately like this so much more than so many of the artists in this space. But yeah, the content is going to be the thing that helps you break for sure. Like right now, the music is... I really don't have any feedback on your music, which is a crazy thing to say to a 16-year-old. I have a lot of feedback for young people usually around their music, but you've kind of like got it down, bro. The mixes are really clean. The writing is perfect for the subgenre you're in and for the style of music you're in. The delivery is really great. The melodies you pick are great. I really only have compliments for the music, but I do think the thing you can improve on and where you do need work is the content side of things. I'm in a whip around Slauson. I got a got a Toronto that's no fear. I got a yeah, this is hard, bro. I do review all types of music. Feel free to send in whatever you want. Just use the submission form. If you want to skip the queue, subscribing and gifting a sub will get you bumped into our priority queue. Right now, we're listening to Saya, who is a 16-year-old artist, bro. Really, really great. IHYIAH on Instagram. Young, hungry, makes good music. That's the biggest thing for me. Next thing you need to do, though, is just get on that content game, bro. I promise you. If you start to make more content, pushing your music, promoting your music, the streams will start to go up, the follows will start to go up, and it will be the thing that changes everything for you. Because I just think like when people hear the music and when you can get it in front of them like that, it's really pretty undeniable, honestly, the skill that you have in the space. All right, next up, Spittin'. Another speaking of skill, I really like this artist. I'm gonna preface why I like this artist so much. Can you play the second song in the video? Yeah, absolutely. So Spittin' does his own videos. He shoots them all. He edits them all. There's a very specific style to them that I really enjoy visually. He's got a very distinct rapping voice and style, which I also really enjoy. And he's been sending music in for now probably like a year. I've really enjoyed all of it. Somebody we found really early again. This is still pretty early, but watch this. I think you'll get it. This is Spittin', Water Destiny. Full project, but this is number 2, Angel Floater. I've been loving these like visual like EPs you've been giving us too. It's such a cool way of doing it, and not something we get to see all the time. So It just reminds me of so much blog era shit that I really loved.
Day, but I can see the sun if I just take a peek. That's a cover up of clouds. I think they hiding it from me.
I do think maybe you could have lit this shot specifically a little bit better. Something in the foreground just to light you in the foreground, and then that background lighting would have been okay. Deep had beautiful voices, literally. I agree. Junior 94, let us know the artist name in the chat, right? He's nice with it. I agree. Lyrics are like the pen game is like really on point. Spittin', where are you from again? Ohio. Oh, self-produced also. Let's not forget that part. And these beats slap. Very understated, authentic, organic feeling kind of rapping delivery and flow, and I really appreciate that because a lot of people will try and force more than they need. Spittin' leans back into what feels natural every fucking time.
Break the tension in the air. Felt the massacre of prior statements. Look into my eyes and say it is what I said. Never seen someone looking so
super laid back, right?
Like I was something
the way that it's shot almost feels like this one specifically feels like a 80s horror movie right now for some reason, with the slow pans and everything, and honestly the kind of grain that's on the video too.
Didn't know I was a person. That building something could be actually worth it. Strange how we tossing and turning and say it's a dream, but exactly we dreaming. We shining that light in the beam. How it's fun.
I love how his videos are always like this. They're super simple, but there's really nice shots and nice angles. Just like minimal movement, but in kind of the best way. He looks a bit like Young Liam. I can hear that. Yeah, you can definitely send the video. Just submit in the Google form.
If I can't face it and get on my face, I'll be a whole world away. What do I gotta say for? Sometimes
that's what I'm saying. Like they're just really well constructed shots.
At least hope for. At least hope for.
And it's shit like that too. This like slow mo. It's so like nice, bro. Like there's something that just hits about it every time. Every time we watch one of your videos, I feel the same way. That feels like literally something that you would have seen. I've said this before. It looks like something you would see on PBS, on like one of those classic like Bob Ross, like those people that you just know, iconic public television people. And I love that aesthetic. I also appreciate that he doesn't look in the camera. I never thought about that.
Acting like we were struggling, I can't do it all. Started to feel like I'm doing something against what really thought that he was doing something, and that's tough.
Always in nature too. I mean, motherfuckers are in Ohio, like you gotta use what you got, right? Well constructed shot though. Look at the framing of the trees around him.
Like it was past tense. Yeah, we mix it up. Like what you talking about?
They're just such nice spots, bro. Like I'm saying, every single shot of this video is such a nice spot. The fades in and out of like the running stream, and like it's just fucking. There's something beautiful about it. It's perfect. I'm probably just gushing. I don't know if everybody agrees, but man, I think this shit is perfect, exactly the way it is. I would not change a damn thing, not one thing, bro. I love Spittin'. I'm such a big Spittin' fan. The Foley's really cool. Yeah, like everything about it is just so effortless. Like it's just effortlessly cool, man. I already enjoy it. Spittin' two underscores. Yeah, on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. And if you miss any of these, don't worry. We'll be pulling stuff up in the Discord as well after we get off stream, so you guys can still go follow. If you hear something you like, yeah, Spittin', bro, just keep going, man. That's it. Just keep going. Keep pushing your music. Keep getting stuff out there. It's great. I really enjoy it. Heart Calling for You by Sanaya Selby up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're gonna keep things going. I think this is the right one, right? Is this Miss Sanaya? It's gotta be. Gotta be, right? Let us know what you think in the chat. We're gonna keep things moving. We got songs to get through tonight. Again, if you subscribe or gift a sub, that'll get you bumped into our priority queue. As a guarantee you'll get played on stream.
You made your point, alright. You're like no other.
Oh, Junior 94, what's the artist name?
Oh, yeah. I know it's uncomfortable to talk about things inside, but tell me how it's gonna work if you keep running away.
I do think the master on this one could also be a little bit louder. What's up, Beezus?
Just throw it away.
Here's a link that should help. Vocals sound good.
You're the one I wanna wake up to. Heart skips a beat thinking about you. Anything you need.
It's Miss Sanaya on Instagram.
I got you.
Also out of New York.
But it can't be all on me. Gotta let me know that you got me. Are we all in?
It definitely leans into the strength of the vocal, and I like that a lot. Definitely not overproduced.
Heart calling for you, baby.
Will on Warning says fire voice.
Look at the life we made. Heart
Capset, thanks for the follow. 512 Live, thanks for the follow.
You're the one I wanna wake up to. Heart skips a beat thinking about you. Anything you need, no, I got you. I got you.
Super catchy melody on this one. Definitely on the hook as well.
I need a safe place too. When I'm going through it, babe, my heart wants you.
99 Voices said I would have liked a little bit more filtering on the reverb on the vocals on the high end, but that's the only thing I have. The rest is super clean and crisp. Totally fair. Oh, nice. Seti P already put this in his playlist this week. The R&B Baddies playlist. Shout out to Guy Seti. It does. Really, really catchy melody, catchy hook.
Anything you need, no, I got you. I got you. But it can't be all on me. Gotta let me know.
If anything, and this is maybe just a me thing, I think you could stack some more of the vocals at times during the hook, just to add some more of those layers, especially building into the second chorus. I like what you have there right now, like the ad-libbed kind of vocals in the background do feel pretty good. But I think you could stack the main maybe just a little bit more. Benny Blush says you need to start getting into 90s R&B if you haven't already. You've got such a warm tone and melody. Writing looks like it comes easy to you. Heck yeah, 99 Voices. That's love right there. All right, yeah, look. I'm gonna save this one. That had me feeling good. I'm picky about R&B, but that one had me feeling good. I liked it. We added to the songs you found on Twitch playlist as well. Next up, we've got Kareem Liddell. Again, if you want to get added to this queue in orange, all you got to do is subscribe or gift a sub. But make sure you let me know what your artist name is in the chat. I agree. I mean, if you're a vocalist, then it should be, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hayden, you do get a bump with the sub. I just haven't seen a notification. When I see it come through, I got you. Junior94, though, I do need to know what your artist name is so we can get you bumped into the queue. Caden with a K. Not yet. Wake Up Call by Kareem Liddell. Sorry, if you subscribe or gift a sub, I will ask you your artist name in the chat. But when we get to the free bumps, that is what I'm going to tell everybody else to do, and we'll build a secondary queue, all right? This is Kareem Liddell in the meantime. Skybox Kenny, what gets you bumped up? Love the production on this. It's a really, really great sample flip, and your voice fits really well. Maybe for me on this one, the master feels quiet, but I think it's because the sub is too loud in the mix. And so, like, even when I turn it up on my end a little bit in my headphones, I feel like I'm getting way more of that sub when it comes in and kicks in. And it's kind of muddying the vocal and burying it just a tiny bit. So I would just keep an ear out for that, man. All right, Junior, we'll get you bumped up too. If Junior, just a heads up, if this Google Drive link doesn't play when it opens, I'm gonna ask you to resubmit using a private SoundCloud or just something that I can play on stream on the computer. I'm not gonna do downloads from anything just because this is my work computer as well, and I don't know everybody in here, so I can't just download random shit. That is how you get hacked. So, just a heads up. Love the hook on this one. This one feels great. Like, outside of the sub thing, like, I do wish that the sub was maybe just a little bit more balanced. But I feel like I hear a lot of that. Definitely would love to have the vocals come a little bit more in the front, but I think it's more because of the mix and master, not because of the way that they sit naturally. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like the sub is the thing that's detracting from that vocal a little bit. So when it's not hitting, I feel like they cut through pretty well. Maybe that's just me. Let us know what you think in the chat if you are here with us, though. We always want to know what you think of these songs. Tone is perfect. Again, Kareem Liddell on Instagram, out of Tennessee. All right, perfect, bro. We'll see when we get to it. But just as a heads up to you, because sometimes I'm like, oh, can you send me a new one? We'll still bump you up, don't worry. Like, even if it doesn't play, I'll just make sure we get you in once you've resubmitted, all right? Shout out to Gianova, who's on this one too, and Ishmael Nehemiah. Did I say that right? Nehemiah? It's a wake-up call, hey. Get up. This is great. I mean, this feels like Tennessee. Honestly, this reminds me of Tennessee. It feels like Tennessee in the summer. It feels like something I would have listened to with the windows down, just driving through Nashville. So I like this a lot. This will go on my playlist. This might end up in another playlist too. Who knows? This is definitely my vibe. And this is off the Native Rap Society EP, which just came out. Also with Kareem Liddell, Gianova, and Ishmael Nehemiah on it. So definitely tap in, check that out. Kareem Liddell on Instagram. What we got next? John Cash up next. Something from my newest EP, Faith Over Fear. Let us know what you think in the chat as we listen. This is Count Up by John Cash and Joy Daniel. Hey, what's up? What's wrong? What's wrong? Beat is crazy. Wait. How old are you? What do you mean this generation? Will Money says, seriously, consistently good music always on the stream. I love this one, man. I keep hearing EP. I'm dead, bro. You're younger than me. Mundane says, love the delivery. I think the delivery is great on this, too. John Cash out of Lakeland, Florida. Hey. This one is great. I really like this. Beezus, we got you bumped up into the queue as well. Great job on this. Millennial Culture Room, yes, say Doggo and Heckin. I don't say Heckin. Doggo though. Or, yeah, that one I do for sure. But I call my dog Bubs like all the time for no fucking reason. It doesn't actually make much sense. But he's Bubs to me, bro. Anyway, the song is great. This is great. I really like this one a lot. It went into the songs we found on Twitch playlist pretty much immediately. I saved it pretty much immediately. Feature did go crazy. Shout out to Joy Daniel as well. Great chemistry on this track. It reminds me of something, but I don't know what. Yeah, because cats are savages. That's why. Cats are just straight up savages. Great flow, great writing. John _ Cash on Instagram. This is from his Faith Over Fear. Faith Over Fear album that came out this year. Got Internet James on it as well. Have we listened to that? I fuck with Internet James, man. He's a nice dude. What's going on, Akimi? Caden, we'll get you bumped up into the queue, bro. Rap and drum and bass goes great together. That's one of my favorite things about like UK grime and British rappers is when they kind of get into that UK garage, like drum and bass bag a little bit on the production. It's something I really enjoy. That one was great, man. Really, really amazing job from John Cash out of Lakeland, Florida. GIAN _ Cash with a K on Instagram. Go check out his EP. That one's in the playlist, so you can go find it in the playlist as well. Got Cheek the Prophet up next. This is a new one from our guy Seti and his artist Cheek. It just came out. I listened to it. It went in the New Music Who This playlist today as well, which you can always find by going to my link tree. This one's called Detox, man. Let us know what you think in the chat. Any grime vocalists in the chat? Me. There is some, actually. But me. Yeah, Internet James is cool, bro. I fuck with that dude. Hayden, it's cool, bro. If it didn't send a notification, but I believe you. You've said it a couple times. Usually by the third or fourth time that someone says it, I'm like, all right. You can't be lying. That's egregious. If someone's in here lying and they gotta say it 5 times, that's crazy. I really liked this one too, man. When I was listening to it earlier, I felt like Chief's delivery was probably the thing that really captured me the most, bro. Yeah, the kick made me shake too. But I felt like he really like found his pocket on this one, which I really enjoyed. Love to hear more of the accent. Look, it'll come and go every now and then. That attitude on this one, man, that's what captured me. It's his attitude on this track. He's really got to lean into that more with the rest of his music. The way he's just giving us that feeling through the vocal. Ah, Kleb, I got you. What's the artist name for you as well? Yeah, you gotta tell me. Sometimes it doesn't give me the notifications, so if you tell me enough, I'm gonna believe you. But I always like to make sure we, you know, sometimes you gotta weed out the liars, you feel me? He told me he felt like he really found his back on this record. I think he did too. As an unbiased listener, I very much feel like he really like found his bag on this one. And I would highly encourage him to do more of this. Same kind of like energy on it, same kind of beat choices, same tempo. Like it feels really good. Mix on this is crazy. It also feels like the most polished mix that I've heard from Cheek too so far. We got you in the queue in Big Mecco or Micho Mecco. The note that you sent is hilarious. Yeah, but look, it's an honor system in here, so I'm gonna believe you guys. But like, if I ever find out that you're lying to me, then that's it, bro. Well, that's crazy. The thing that you just said in the chat, that's a crazy story. 4200 course, so this is a solid joint. I agree, it was good, right? All right. Yeah, look, there's an honor system here. I'm gonna trust you guys until you give me a reason not to. But if I catch someone abusing it, we're gonna have some. I'm gonna call you out. I'm gonna shame you on stream. I'm gonna find you in real life. No, I'm not gonna find you in real life. Harka, hey man, you won. You won. You can do what you gotta do to survive. That's facts. You got to. I agree, Hayden. That one was fire, man. Light by Harka. This is his first try to breakcore style beat. Congratulations, you won. Any tips for content creation as a producer? I mean, check out some of the producers who are doing a really great job of it. One, like The Count and people like that. I think like showing what you can do is really the best thing you can do. You know, make remixes, show your session files, just like try and make it visually appealing. Check out Jev. He does a great job. Not Jev the rapper, but Jev the fucking producer. Jev House on Instagram. Do the open verse challenge things. Do giveaways. I feel like this drop is gonna be crazy. Jeb Bush, not Jeb Bush. You don't need to go to Jeb Bush's Instagram. Does he even have an Instagram? Is he live? What happened to him? Look, we get a little silly here sometimes. Get ready for this drop. I do like this. I think that first like kind of like synth that comes in, the one that feels really warm, is a bit loud. Like right on the drop, that one that kind of like sparkles up. Sorry, I don't know how to describe it. You know what I mean? It's a touch loud, just over everything else. The rest of this is really great though. Literally just that. It was like the first moment of the drop. It hit a little weird, that's all. But I love the way that this gets into it after this. Yeah, everything else is really great. It is wide, but like in a really good way. Drum breaks are really nice. Vocal sample on this is a good choice too. For someone who's new to this is pretty impressive. I can't pretend like I'm not impressed. Parka.music on Instagram. This is overall a very good job. Yeah, this is clean, especially if it's new. Look. One, this is from 2 hours ago. New to making music, I'm currently learning to use FL. You made this in FL Studio? Where are you from in the UK? Where is everybody from in the chat? Drums sampled or constructed? That's a good question, but I personally don't care even if they are sampled. Because he's picked the right drum sample if he's picked a sample. What's up, Cantor? What's good? Shout out to Harker, man. Great job. Harker.music on Instagram. We got Detroit. We got Memphis. We got the DMV. We got the Netherlands. Oh, shout out to the Netherlands. We got DC in the chat. Shout out to DC, man. I got hella love for artists from the DMV. All right, 4200 Corey up next. Not Core. My bad. We got Pitt.
Now, I hope y'all don't mind, but I had to invite a special friend of mine. Brother Murdoch, if you will.
I love this video already. That was nice. The focus thing is getting a little funky at times. I like the idea, but the focus shifting could be a little cleaner for sure. Energy on the vocal is really good though. This shot's really nice. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Ain't no doubt about the block I'm from and where I'm is. In other words than that, but what they callin' 3-1 heaven. Quite the representative, cause I can't let you forget it.
Like the side-by-side shot here too, that's nice. Yeah, everything but that first, the focus shifting stuff got a little funky. That's it. The classic stay away, zoom out shot. I love it though. I love architecture. Raps are good. Vocal mix is clean. There's something about the layering between the two vocals when they're together though that could be just a touch cleaner, I think. Maybe just a little bit more balance between that background vocal and the lead. Love a rap that feels like his production is tethered to the verses. Yeah, facts. Love the Naptown shirt. Repping the city. Actually, you got Indiana all over in this video, bro. I mean, it's in the city one, but like on the clothes that you're wearing throughout. Cancer just came in with the fucking music theory, bro. Needs the second harmonic of his vocal be widened with the first harmonic down the center. There you go. That's the answer for you. I mean, other than that, I really don't have no feedback. The energy is pretty good on this one.
Nobody loves this city quite like Corey does. He paints pictures with his words like an allegory does.
It's good vibes for sure. In the video too, like that's the thing that I enjoy. It's visually it's really good vibes.
Streets of our minds, bodies, and spirits like that heaven sent ivory dove. My paper is all white like his socks, and my penmanship is black.
Yeah, you can still submit for sure.
Whether it's Double A or King Corey, if I get the call, the ball, then I'ma stand tall and go straight to them Google Docs, putting word to paper.
This feels like so many songs and like album like tracks that I've loved in my life, especially in this like more spoken word outro part of the song. It's such a classic moment in a hip hop song that I feel like I've heard so many times, and I love the way it feels.
That's Murdoch to 42. Twice as
Great
good
job.
or maybe half as great. Shit, I'm just glad I made it on the tape.
Nah, the vibes were very good in this one. I really enjoyed the video a lot. I feel like it sold the song even more. The feedback that I have is minimal. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, some Midwest shit. It felt like some Midwest shit, and I liked it. Some old, it like remind me of some old Lupe. You know what I mean? Like it just did. Like it had that Midwest feel to it. 4200 Corey on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with that one. Great job. Yeah, the only thing would be that the doubling on the vocals, which I think Kanta had a good note for. So take a look at that, bro. But great shit. I mean, good vibes. This is Blow Up by 99 Voices. Let us know what you think in the chat. 99 Voices, you're from the Netherlands, right? A 180 on the vibe and tempo. That's fine. That's what we're here for. We're here for variety. Don't even apologize about the noise at all, man. Nothing wrong with some noise. I can already tell this drop is gonna be monstrous. The tension in this already. The tension. I feel like I should be driving very fast right now. Yeah! Bro, I love some hard style. I do think like it could hit just a little bit harder. That's it. I feel like we're lacking a little bit more oomph in that low end. But I mean, it's got that energy. I love music in this space, so I do like the way you're building the tension too. But yeah, the kicks need to be a little harder, I think. Everything else but the way that the kicks come in and the subs come in, that's it. That's the only thing that needs a little work, I think. I should be driving fast. Oh. This is a unexpected switch up in rhythm. That's it. It's more of that low end. I low-key want to be able to not hear anything else but the low end on hardstyle. Especially when it comes in. You know what I mean? I think that's it. And maybe that's a personal preference. But I think if I think about like a dual and gamma, right? Which I'm gonna do right now. We're gonna do this, and I'm gonna get DMCA'd. Only for us to be able to make the comparison there really quickly, so you can hear it like.
Phase 3.
You know what I mean? Like that's some heavy kick. Some heavy kick, some heavy sub. I fucking love this song. Oh, now I don't know if I can stop. I don't know if I can stop now. I've been sucked into phase to phase. I don't know how I can get out. Gonna have to skip to the last phase. Yeah, this is a little bit more euphoric, but I just mean in that low end specifically, not the rest of it. I feel like you killed it on every other part of it, but I do feel like in that low end it can just knock a little bit more.
Takes control.
I have to get out. I have to stop. I have to stop. Kate Summers is up next. That was 99 Voices Official on Instagram. If you rock with it, make sure you go follow. We got a couple more before we get another free bump from the submission form. And about 25, 30 minutes until we get to the free bumps from the chat. So stick around. This is For You by Kate Summers. Again, if you want to guarantee you get played on stream today, best thing you can do is subscribe or gift a sub. That'll get you bumped into our priority queue marked in orange, which you'll see on Twitch if you're there. If you're on Instagram, come join us on Twitch. Let us know what you think in the chat. As always, we want to know your feedback on these songs that helps these artists. And Armstrong will get you bumped up into the queue as well, my bad. And Caden. I actually kind of like this a lot. I think the vocal mix needs a little bit of work. It's maybe too airy, a little bit too delayed, too spacey. Especially just with like, maybe the EQ. Like it's a little hard to understand what's being said exactly, but I like the feeling of it overall, like the vibe of this overall. I think if you can dial in that vocal mix just a little bit more. It's kind of a lot of plosives right now on like the Fs and like S's and things like that. And I think that's the thing that's making it hard with the reverb and delay is just that kind of like plosives aspect of it mixed with like the airiness of everything. But I think instrumental wise, production wise, it's really great. I like the drums a lot. It's very understated overall, which I think is a really nice thing. And the vocal tone is really great too. It's just, I think with the plosives and then some of that reverb delay, it's just making it a little bit harder. But overall, again, something that I do enjoy. I could definitely see this artist continuing to grow pretty quickly, if I'm being real. It's definitely like a popular sound as well, so I got you, bro. Lysurgics up next. Happy Friday to you. This is my friend that helped make music. Yeah, I think the music is cool too, Eric. Okay. Lysurgic said he made this one last night for fun because it was Throwback Thursday. Called Dilemma.
Need you, sing, love you, this is so need you. No matter what I do, all I think about is you. Even when I'm with my boo, oh, you know I'm crazy for you. No matter what I do.
This is an interesting rework of this song. I'm not mad at it. I think you maybe could have made the sub a little heavier. Like, I feel like the sub is the thing that needs a little bit of work, just tonally. I'm not mad at it drums-wise. Going slower than the original tempo is maybe a little surprising. Cap said Marte, let us know the audience name in the chat. We'll make sure we get you filled up into the... I found it already. Oh, let's see where this is going. I wasn't expecting this part at all, so let's see what happens right now.
She said you don't know what you mean to me.
Oh. I could see this part of this in someone's set. I think the intro leading into it is maybe a bit long. I would encourage you to maybe get to this part a little earlier during the arrangement of the remix. Really just because I think this is the thing that differentiates it, right? Like, if you don't get to this part earlier, I feel like it's a little confusing of like, oh, is this a slower R&B remix of it? But then when you get into this section right here, I feel like it ties all together and makes it make sense a little bit more. So I would maybe just encourage you arrangement-wise to get to that section just a little bit earlier if you can. Like, maybe don't do the whole first verse, you know what I mean? It's interesting though, because just the way that it shifts between these rhythmic sections too, from this slower section. I mean, obviously the chorus like drop part isn't faster necessarily, but like when you have this part here where it's do, it's just, it can be a little confusing of a ride, I think. Like, if anything, the other suggestion I would make maybe is having that faster kind of like every beat kick section also kind of play throughout maybe more of that verse section of the song too. Ben Yej, let us know, Ben Yeji, what is the artist name? We'll get you bumped up into the priority queue. Thank you, sir. And make sure you submit in the Google form if you have not. That is where I'm pulling all of these songs from. So you do need to be in there if you are subscribing and gifting subs, so we can bump you up. All right? Phenom, we'll get you into the queue as well. Though I also don't see yours in the Google form. So please make sure you submit in the Google form if you have not. Oh, AP The Plan, bro. I listened to you earlier today, and I really fucked with it. I put you in the New Music Who This playlist today. It was nice. I enjoyed. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Sorry, sometimes I just miss the names, you know. Again, we got a system. It's not a perfect system. Not by any means. All right, Penn said this. I do want to read this because this was a longer message. She took time on it. Honestly, this track's too much for its own good. There's a lot there that's doing too much with the verses to justify waiting for that kind of drop. I believe you're stretching. In a way, a lot of people won't keep doing that. Just try and rework what you already have. I would agree with that too. I don't think it's like reworking the entire thing, but I do think those sections where it's slower in the beginning, leading into the build-up and the drop, need a little bit of work. Those are the parts for me where it maybe lost me a little bit more. But once you got into that fastest section of the drums and then into that initial drop into the hook, I think it all made a lot more sense. I just think it was in that beginning intro section and kind of getting into the chorus and that bigger drop moment where it probably would lose me if I was listening, not hearing listening to the thing all the way through. Skybox Kenny, ELO, unreleased from an upcoming album. I love this. What's up with this tree brain thing that's going on here, bro? Why does it look so much like the inside of a brain? Is that a Popesville thing? Or am I just seeing that? Is that a me thing? I don't know. This is Skybox Candy. Let us know what you think in the chat. It is a brain. All right, let's go. Let's go. I was like, am I crazy? All right, let us know what you think in the chat. As always, we want to know what you think of these songs. Oh, this is not out yet. This is not out yet. Sorry. Kenny, I've never heard you make a song like this before. Skybox Kenny on Instagram. Is this the new direction for you? I kind of really like it a lot. I know we've heard you sing before, but I feel like what we were hearing before was definitely not so much in this direction, but I like this direction. It's kind of cool. It's like all R&B-esque. Definitely not what I'm used to hearing out of Memphis either. Penny says, this was so nicely kind of what I wanted more out of Post Malone if he didn't do pop. Very chill and slightly dreamy, says Mundane. Let us know what you think if you're in the chat. And if you're with us on Instagram, come hang out on Twitch. We got about 50 minutes left. We're still listening to music and giving feedback as a community. Like, I don't, like, this is a very unique sound. I'm trying for the life of me to, like, put my finger on what it reminds me of. And the only thing I can think of is, like, a movie scene or something that, like, I've heard something like this in. Or, like, a travel video or something, like, of someone going somewhere exotic. Like, that's a really, really nice, like, feeling to this, though. Very warm, very inviting.
Thanks to the fire.
Yeah, bro, I like this. I like the direction for you. It is like super different than what we've heard before, but I think it's really interesting. I'm curious to see like where it goes, like how the music shifts the more you do it too, and the more you get into that kind of like sound. But it's cool. I mean, like the cool thing about you that I think has really been the case this whole time is that your music doesn't feel like everything else that I've heard from Memphis, and it does stand out because it's unique. So I definitely keep experimenting. It's been really interesting hearing you develop over time and hearing the different type of music you make. Joshua Blocks for what's going on. Hayden, if this lands on you, we're gonna skip because you're already in the queue, and we'll do another free bump. Sorry, you're already in there. Yeah, bro, keep experimenting. I think that's the best thing that you can do for yourself as an artist. Just continue to experiment, continue to push those boundaries, and see what you can make. Because it's gonna allow you to make stuff like that, where it's like really, really out of the box and not what we expect from you. But I think that's, you know, for me, that's what makes a strong artist, is somebody who can do a little bit more experimentation and find those sounds and find those pockets they fit in. All right, this is Slice Kiwi Beats with Answer. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're going to keep things moving. We got, what we got? Another 5 block of priority subscriber submissions coming up, and then one more free bump after that, and then we'll get into probably some of the last subscriber submissions for the stream. So if you want to do it now, is probably the last call for subscribers, gifting subs, and that kind of stuff. I'm going to cut it off once we get to 7:30 so that we can try and get free bumps. All right. Master on this one feels a little bit quiet, but mostly it's the melodic aspects of the beat that feel a little bit quiet to me. I was thinking about starting to put out some of my beats as like instrumentals on streaming, just because I see some producers do that, and it seems like a cool way to get beats out there into the world. What do you guys think? What do you guys think in the chat? Do you guys do that? I like that this moves. I like that it develops. I think from an arrangement standpoint, it's solid. I do think the mix could use a little bit more love, just a little bit more like beef in different sections. It does feel like something is missing from this, but I can't really put my finger on what exactly it is. I mean, it could just be a vocal. Like, there is space for a vocal on this, which I like. Unless there's a switch up though, I don't think that this needed to be 3 minutes long. So I would say, and this is kind of what I've noticed from like lo-fi producers and stuff like that, the songs that get the most replay, like in the instrumental space, tend to be like a minute to a minute and 30 seconds long. So I think if I do instrumental versions of beats and put them on Spotify, the thing that I'm probably going to do is arrange them in a way where it's like, all right, we're going to hit chorus immediately, go into a verse, variation section, then end with a chorus and just kind of fade out. Penny says, try variation in melody, more complex drums. There's a lot here that kind of feels like a longer loop. I think it is a longer loop, honestly. I think it's 2/16s. But I would say, like, definitely a little bit more of a variation in the arrangement, or make it shorter because it doesn't need to be as long as an instrumental, I think. I do actually think if you made this closer to a minute and 30 seconds, the lo-fi community would probably really like it. The only other thing that I'm maybe not crazy about is the bass line. It feels very drawn out and kind of longer, more legato kind of like bass line. I don't know if like having more of a bump on this one would have been better, I think, in the bass line. Just because of how laid back the synths are. But that also could just be a me thing. That's all. Entrelude, if you want to submit your music, there's a link for you in the chat. Make sure you submit that way if you want to guarantee you get played on stream today. Best thing you can do is subscribe or gift a sub. That'll get you bumped into our priority queue, which is marked in orange. We will be doing some free bumps along the way, like the one that we just listened to, and one more and 5 more songs. And then the last 30 minutes will be for people in the chat. So if we get through all these subs in the next 15 minutes, we'll get a full 30 minutes of free bumps. But if not, we'll just do whatever we can after we get through it. All right, stick around, hang out with us, take part. Let us know what you think of these songs in the chat. This is Junior. This song comes out tomorrow. It's called Motown. Got kind of a nice bounce already. The mix feels very crisp. See how these vocals sound when they come in. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Bitch, I'm from the Wild Wild West like Willie Smith. And it's been the Wild Wild play it where you been.
Oh, bro, you from Nashville as well?
Don't do we fucking sip. Pinky up for style while I smile, cause I know that I'm the shit. I be throwing like the knock, ain't never quit. And I still can trust a smile, gun down. And the sheets call me quick. Told them, move me up that list a little bit. And when you see my file, go the extra green mile.
Benny Blush, we'll get to as many as we can. Don't you worry.
Fresh perm, pistol on my lap, silk bonnet, make his flesh burn. And if you don't know how to play it with your turn, I'll get your ass slapped.
I like this. I think the delivery could use a little bit more development. For me, that would be the thing that I would tell you to work on a little bit, is just figure out what that sound is. It feels in between a couple different spaces, and I feel like you could lean one way or another and just get a more cohesive sound throughout. It's definitely got something, though. There's a good attitude in this. Oh, you want me to... Unfortunately, I don't have a cloud lifter on this, so there's really not much way for me to give more volume. That's kind of been one of my issues. But how's that? Is that any better? Oh, you're not talking to me. You're talking to the song. That makes sense. Oh man, just invented trap jazz. I'm over here fucking with my bro. I'm over here fucking with my mic settings, thinking you're talking to me. Look, it's been a long week, all right? It's been a long week. Don't judge me too hard. The thing is, I had someone tell me that before in another stream where they were like, oh, yo, you gotta move further away from your mic. That's it. And I was like, I know, but like, I don't have the option. Fuck, man. Black Boys _ 2 underscores on Instagram. The O is a 0. Go follow if you're rocking with that one. God damn it. I did like the production on it too. I thought it was really good, really solid beat choice. All right, this is Beezus with Damn by Beezus. Let us know what you think in the chat. Very nice and jazzy. It was good. Oh, I anything that's got the do snares, I tend to really enjoy. I already fuck with this. Look, if you like 4Bats, if you like Kills, if you like any of those artists, you should like this. If you like Isaiah Falls, you should like this. If you like Wolfface Joe, you should like this. You're weird if you don't. This one's not out yet. I always love these beats for real, man. Every time. Something about them just hits. This is great. There's a great space on it. It reminds me of Layla a little bit, who I also like. really current sound, especially in like R&B and like I don't know what you would call this, but I like it. Definitely make sure you put this in the release calendar when it does get scheduled and when it's coming out. I want to make sure we support this on streaming. That is not the right link. Here is the right link. There's a lot of space in this, but it's a good type of space. Sometimes space can be a bad thing. I feel like in this case, it's pretty masterfully arranged vocally. Like it feels like there's enough space for you to just vibe out with the beat at times, but the vocal is very present. I don't know, the mix on this is great. Devontae, we'll get you bumped up into the queue as well. I feel like this type of music is like, you either love it or you don't kind of thing too. I just like it. Beezus on Instagram, BEECVS. I just feel like there needs to be a central chorus, but at this point it's a matter of opinion. Yeah, I feel that way sometimes, but I also feel like with this type of music specifically, a lot of times that's not the case, and it's loose. There's a chorus section that exists, but it doesn't necessarily feel like a traditional chorus the same way, and I kind of like that about it. I do think it can go either way, but I think this was done in a really good way in this case. But I have heard some stuff where I'm like, we need a little bit more structure than it has. A solid vibe. I would definitely listen to that late night drive vibes for sure. This is Signal by Kayden with a K. Let us know what you think in the chat.
And that we are like butter that is spread between a thin layer of caviar and moldy bread, which reminds me of a fairy tale.
A bit of a strange intro. Yeah, great job. Definitely release more. Definitely keep us updated. Definitely send more music. We want to hear it. A bit too long of an intro. Oh, this song's 8 minutes long. Why? First thing, that's my first bit of feedback. Like, why? 8 minutes? That's so much commitment. 8 minutes and 30 seconds long. I don't know, but the fact that I say that maybe when I do, you could have cut off a whole minute with that intro and got me straight into this section, and I would have been probably more in. I like when the beat dropped, but the intro section was pretty long. I wasn't mad at the flip. I liked that part actually. I will say though, just like as like a casual listener of like a lot of people's music, like if I opened this and saw 8 minutes, I probably wouldn't listen. Is it multiple songs though? Because if that's what it is, then I'm less mad at it. First verse was cool. There was actually a lot of cool details in this. 8 minutes is daunting, but good beat choices for sure. Where's Kayden from, do you think, guys? Like, every song's like a minute long, which I kind of fuck with. Kayden.Grierson on Instagram. Maybe out of the UK, by the looks of it. Got a lot of listeners in Brighton, London. That screams England to me.
Whoa, Peter, pick the fucking pussy, pistol, pack the bullet, pull it back, and that was bring over the floor. Peter, pick the fucking pussy, pistol, pack the bullet, pull it back, and that was bring over the floor.
It does feel like a story, but I will say again, like as somebody this is my first time listening to this artist, you might have lost me on the last section. At 3 minutes in, I feel like this is, I also think that's probably where he lost me too, Phenom. The writing could use some work. I like the idea. I think it's interesting to do so many songs in one track like this. I'm pretty lost in where we're at in the song, though. I would say, like, honestly, overall, it's just a lot, you know? And I feel bad, because I know that we usually listen to the song all the way through. It's pretty long, though, bro. I do wish there was just a little bit more structure than there is. This will probably be crazy in a visual representation, I think, more so than just to listen to. But...
wake up.
I think it might be about a trip. Like I'm trying to figure out what this is about. Maybe it is. Maybe it is the experience of a trip. This would be dope split up as 8 1-minute tracks. I agree. I think this would be better split up into 1-minute tracks too, just from a strategic standpoint. But I think the visual component will be the thing that really helps tell the story. It's just like without that, it's kind of hard to stay in for 8 minutes. Like, I think I'm gonna have to stop it. I'm gonna have to stop it only so we can move forward in the stream and do more of these songs. 8 minutes is really long. I'm not mad at the idea. I do like that you're pushing the boundaries artistically and doing something different and out of the box and thinking about it in that way. I think that's important. But my tips to you would probably be focus on making shorter songs. Put them out as an EP, roll out that story, tell that story through a whole project. There's a drum and bass bit. Oh, fuck me, bro. Where is it? Tell me where it is.
That's also.
Okay, I'm fast forwarding that because I do want to hear it. But if 6 minutes in, bro, this could be a song on its own. The thing that you're doing here is just you are not giving listeners a chance to hear everything individually by putting it all together like this, right? I think if you did make a visual component, it would make a lot more sense. It would be more cohesive. Everybody would be able to follow along. It would also make this 8 minutes and 30 seconds feel shorter. But I think to me, especially for like, all right, like you're kind of early on in your career, right? 25 monthly listeners, a couple releases under your belt. If the goal is to get more listeners, if the goal is to kind of build that audience and stuff, I think the thing you have to think about is making it as digestible as possible for that audience. So for me, casual listener, never heard you before. I like the idea. I just think work on the structure of it, work on maybe splitting things up and having individual moments so you can give people this whole thing in its individual spaces that are really good, right? Like this drum and bass song could have easily gotten an electronic playlist on its own. So I think you're just giving yourself more opportunities by splitting it up instead of doing an 8-minute long song. Also, from an algorithmic standpoint, if you have people to drop off like a minute in or 2 minutes in, right? Like it doesn't look as good for you on the back end if they're like, oh, the playtime of this song was only 2 minutes, but the song's 8 minutes long. So it's those kinds of things that I would say like, oh, it was made for a school project when you were 17. Okay, well, I'm going to take that into account as well. That's crazy that you made it at 17 and for a school project. But I would say like if you are going to do more stuff like that, maybe cut down the length a little bit, still do things like that because I think the transitions and the different sections are really important and do make you stand out as an artist. But yeah, just work on focusing it a little bit more and just dialing it in. A little bit more structure, bro, you'll be golden. Alright, this is Blind 2 by Hayden Hendricks. Let us know what you think in the chat. Literally doesn't matter, yeah, like you got something, bro. Like that takes a lot of work and effort to do in the first place, so keep going. Yeah, we are still on Twitch right now. Hayden, this one sounds really good, man. Just cut last night. Let us know what you think in the chat. Hayden.Hendricks on Instagram. Pillow to hoes and they say that you sweet. They giving on tea and they dropping the D. You loving that hoe and she loving on me. I'm keeping it player, she rubbing my feet. If that is your wifey, what she calling me? She just tell me that. Yeah, also just take everything that I say with a pinch of salt because it's always going to come from like I work in the industry. I'm thinking about how do we get the most streams on songs and how do we market songs to people. So like there's always going to be that aspect of like how I come at things too now. But I, like, from a pure art standpoint, there was really nothing wrong with it. I just think for me as a listener, for me like as an executive, that's kind of why I think about that stuff. And that doesn't mean that you have to either. If that's not the goal for you, if you're not trying to do things like that, you don't have to. Like, this music is art. Do what you want. Hayden.Hendrix on Instagram. Great job on the delivery on this one. Great bounce on it. Get that album out, Pen. Look cool, I'm cool, and whatever I buy, no, I double that in a stock. I'm too damn ruthless, just sit back, watch how I do this. Flip that shit, I'm patient, on vacation, get the Raven. Black on black, new painted, windows tinted, can't get in it. This ain't no I already have any feedback on this one. You could have more ad-libs, you could have more layered vocals, that's about it. More little details in there. I'm so tired, it's been a long week. I'm sleepy, man. Love the switch that said mundane. I gotta open the window, guys. It's a bit warm in here. Hold on. Stretch my headphones. A little warm in here under these lights. I don't want to take my hoodie off. No, I like this one a lot, man. I think you did a great job on this. This feels like one of the more polished things you sent over, even though you just did it last night. Good song length, good energy to it. I think just adding more little details, more little moments. That's about it. Produced by you. Great job on the beat. Beat knocks. Really, really great job on the beat, actually. I love that we get more artists who produce their own music, too. I think that's such an important piece. But just like a real cohesive sound now. Like, it just is a completely different feeling when you produce something yourself than when you work with a producer, I think. All right, Big Meko up next. This is Axon Party. Let's play the wave. Let us know what you think in the chat. We want to keep things moving. No more subscribers, please. We are cutting that off so we can get through the rest of the priority subscriber queue and get some more free bumps before the end of the stream. So if you are in here, please do not subscribe or give a sub for the rest of the stream. Thank you. I'm... I like this, but I do think the vocal mix could be a little bit cleaner. Especially on that first part. This part actually sounds okay. Maybe too much reverb delay on that first section. Beat is crazy, I agree. Only one Wolf Bike on Instagram. Beat's crazy, actually. Oh, sorry, I'm so tired, guys. It's been a fucking couple of weeks, man. I think the delivery on the chorus can maybe just be a little bit more energetic. That's maybe the only thing that I hear where I'm like, oh, well, I kind of wish that this matched the energy of the production just a little bit more. Penny says, I dig this. Would definitely shake my ass to this 10 out of 10. That's good feedback. That's good feedback. That's good feedback. Let us know what you think in the chat. Lots of moments that I do like in this. I really like this section right here. I think for me the chorus could be a little bit stronger, but just in the delivery, I think. Fucking Jesus, guys, I'm like fading. To use a little bit more energy on the delivery. That's it. Overall, I like it though. It's a really good idea. A good one says yeah, it is. I would listen to this. Again, it feels very current. It feels very of the moment, you know? And I feel like that's the thing with music too, is like, if you can make something that feels really current and of the moment, I'm never really gonna be too mad at it, as long as it doesn't feel not great. When do I do the wheel? Right now. No, every 5 priority subscriber submissions, we hit the wheel. So we're getting one right now. We've got 5 more priority subscriber submissions after this, and then we will actually get into free bumps from the chat very shortly. Yeah, when we do the free bumps during the stream, before we get to the free section, it's always at random. And then when we get to the free section towards the end of stream, that is more like chronological order. Whoever's here in the chat can put their names in. That's like a reward for like hanging out. Like if you just take part in this, that part of the that's really just like give back to the people who are still here hanging out, but after an hour and a half of like being with me basically, which I appreciate. This is Feelings by Blue and Green. Let us know what you think in the chat. In that rapid fire free section though, we do kind of go a little bit quicker. We listen to about a minute of the song and still give feedback on all of them, but we do go through the songs just a little bit quicker. Great job overall though, Kleb Records. I actually think for me on this one, the mix is the biggest issue. I listened to this earlier today too. And I think like it's just a bit of an imbalance between that low end and that sub, the melodies and then the vocal. Like everything feels like a little off. Lots of low end in this. Vocal feels very quiet. And then those melodic elements in the beat are also really tucked in the background. So those are the things that stopped me from playlisting this today. Just as a heads, I mean, I guess that's the point of this, right? So you guys can see what the process is and hear why I did not or did playlist certain things. And for me, the reason I didn't play this one earlier was because of the mix. I do think the mix could have been a bit stronger. I think it would have elevated the feeling of the song. It feels like something that would have felt amazing had the mix been a little bit more balanced. Leaning into some of those melodic elements and that vocal element, there's something really angelic there, and it feels like the low end on the sub just kind of muddies everything up a little bit. And I listened to it just also for reference. I listened to it on my phone, I listened to it on my monitors, and I listened to it on my headphones before I decided not to include. So just know that when I'm listening to things, sometimes it'll go into a draft. I'll listen to it a couple different times on different things, make sure it still feels good everywhere I listen to it before I actually decide to playlist something. Let us know what you think in the chat, though. Obviously, this is, you know, we want to know what you guys think of these songs, too. It's like I like the vocal, too. That's maybe the worst part. Is I really like the vocal, but I really wish the mix was just a little bit more balanced on this one. On Instagram, though, if you were rocking with that, it is Not Blue and Green on Instagram, and we have playlisted a couple songs from Not Blue and Green and heard some things on stream that we really liked too. But yeah, the vocals were good. They definitely need to be brought up in the mix. And then for me, it was the melodies too. The melodies were really nice. All of those like synth, like little like sparkly moments just kind of got buried under the sub a bit. All right, this is Dreamcatcher by Armstrong WW. Let us know what you think in the chat. He's a self-taught musical alchemist. What kind of alchemy do you do with music? I like the artwork on this one a lot. Cute. Hopefully this is a fade in and not just a quiet master. Okay, good. Gone After August, what's up, bruh? I am the final boss. I wish I'm not the final boss. Do the art myself. Great job on the art. I love it.
What's hidden in the still deeper than space after black hole is spinning there. I know at times my choice of words can be sinister. Tired of turning it up, I'd rather just be your indica. Hate to frown, a little peace and quiet to slow.
Actually, I think this is solid.
In this dream world, we never round, always gone with the wind. Where to start?
Vocal could be maybe a little bit up, just a tiny bit louder, but I like this feel. It gives me Smino a little bit, it gives me some Saba a little bit. I really like both of those artists a lot, so this is a space that I really enjoy being in musically.
Start pretending to celebrate. At least you think that I really feel this way. They give me a dream and even made me lose track of honesty. Stepping on the truth before we send this way.
You know what? Before we get off, though, I am going to play you this Japanese rap song that I just listened to today, which I literally can't get enough of. I'm going to play you the video for it, too. This shit is unbelievable, guys. I can't get it out of my head. I literally have gone back to make a new installation of the En route playlist, which is my like music for like different countries all over the world, usually where I'm traveling. But in this case, I'm just going to make it because I love Japanese hip-hop, and it's great. I'm gonna play it for you in a second. Don't let me forget. www.armstrong on Instagram. Yeah, this I have no real feedback on this, man. Like the notes that I have are very, very minimal. The note's nice. Everyone grinding, make it right now. I got love for y'all. Don't let anybody tell you what you're doing isn't special. I love that. Also, always love clean vocals as well. Yeah, they're really clean. They're really crisp. They cut through in a really nice way. I love the vocal stacks. I love the when you get into these sung moments too. We have about 20 minutes left. This reminds me of like a bunch of like Cole songs that I also really love too. Like this is sick, bro. Great job. Great job overall. Out of Houston, Texas now, but originally from Cameroon. Pretty nice. Felt good. Added that to the playlist, saved it. I'm gonna come back to it later for sure. Alright, this is Capsat Marte, 2 Tears in a Bucket, part 1 and 2. 2 parts, 3 minutes. I'm not mad at that. Not even kind of.
Cry 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it. Chop me some printed on my bucket. She loves it. These girls ain't hanging around for nothing. They fuck it.
This reminds me of the blog era for many reasons.
They talk too much, they be on us, they Uncle Ruckus. She call me toxic, but she pop it, she a bucket.
I'm not mad at this. The video's clean. I kinda like it. Let me know what you think in the chat. I kinda like this.
I don't need a poppin' switch. I need a panty poppin' bitch. On that laddie daddy kid. We just like
delivery is really good. Really on time. Mushroom said spiritual psychosis is no joke. Thank you for I appreciate that. I think I'm not sure how to respond to that. I think thank you. I appreciate you hopping in though. Welcome. All right, we're gonna go into part 2. Let us know what you think. That was part 1, 2 Tears in a Bucket. Solid work. The video is clean, music solid, nice balance between hooks, verses, and experimental music choices. I think so. I think so too. This is like a nice, well-rounded song. I like the switch up from part 1 to part 2. There's a little bit more energy in part 2. All right, cool. Thank you. I hope I never have to experience spiritual psychosis. This sounds not good. That sounds like a troubling place to be.
It can always go down in the midnight. Always on her mind on a lit night. She need FaceTime when the light right. She need FaceTime off the late night.
I like this part 2. I maybe like part 2 more than part 1. But part 2 just also feels maybe a little bit more accessible to everyone, you know? Whereas I feel like part 1 is definitely more niche sound-wise.
Tuck your watch, tuck your chain. I'm feeling like
I'm gonna go and save this. This is from the Splendid 2 project by Capsat Marte. I'm finna get in there and follow you on Instagram too. Let's see. Yeah, of course, bro. Capsat Marte on Instagram. CVP set MRTAE. Penny says part 1's my favorite, and this is why we always ask what you guys think too. Yeah, cool versatility. I don't know that I expected part 2 to sound like that after listening to part 1, but I think that was really solid. Really great video, great visuals. You did a great job on camera. Delivery was very solid. I didn't really have too many notes about the music itself at all, which is a great job. Fancy Hose, AP The Plan. This guy added 2 new music to this playlist today, so let us know what you think in the chat. But I was really fucking with this when I heard it this morning, honestly. Did you send it to me on Twitter? I think someone sent this to me on Twitter. It was either Twitter or it was in the release calendar. Which, if you're in the chat, make sure you put shit in the release calendar if you have new releases coming up. I like this shit. I like when music gets weird like this. It like I was listening to it and it felt like something. Ren sent it on Twitter. That's what I thought. When I heard it, it sounded like something that should have been in like the Fast and the Furious. This is like street racer type shit. I should be racing a car, whipping corners, trying not to crash. This is how Uber drivers drive on the BQE type music. And if you're from New York, you know exactly what I mean. Because them motherfuckers be... You better put your seatbelt on in an Uber on the BQE.
No, I got a love for the fancy hoes. Any bitches love me, but it can't be more. Any niggas want me, but I cannot go.
Yeah, fuck with this, man. Good job. Great job.
Got a nice little dancer. She a slow dancer. She do that shit right.
It's very... Is Club Penguin what you have in your bio on Spotify? So shout out to Club Penguin. If you play Club Penguin, you're a real one. I just like this. I definitely know it's not for everybody, but it is for me. AP the Plan on Instagram. Club Penguin is your EP title? That's hilarious, bro. Where are you guys from? Yeah, as soon as I heard this earlier today, I was like, this shit is getting... Someone please get the homie in contact with the music supervisor for the next Fast and the Furious. I'm saying... Need for Speed, Fast and the Furious, like anything to do with racing car. Oh, you guys are from Philly too? What's up with Philly and the dance music right now? Crazy. Time Zones, Phenom, let us know what you think in the chat. Really hard though, I like that one a lot. That's why I got added to the new music of this. It caught my ear immediately. It was just one of those things where like I heard it and I was like, you know what? This really stands out. And that's what we're looking for. This is Phenom with Time Zones. I like this already. I do think you could bring the vocals up in this mix just a tiny bit, just so they stand out a little bit more. I really like the way everything feels in the delivery and the tone and the production, but I do think that the vocal could punch through just a tiny bit more in this mix.
I'm dispossessed. This the kiss of death. Best believe that I won't ever miss my step. In a fit of rage.
Really cool voice too, like just good vocal tone. But especially when you get into this like more like deep delivery, I think you need to cut the volume up a little bit more so that it really punches through. Right, we got about 15 minutes left in the stream. We got one free bump left, and then we'll get into some free bumps after we get through Devontae and Skybox's songs. Will said I like this a lot. White and mix would be cool, but this is hard. Really good melodies also on the hook. Catchy, it's got a catchy sound to it. But I think if you can really nail in, oh Jared. I did cut off the priority subscriber submissions at the 30, but you know, you did it. You weren't here for that, so I can't really get too mad about it. We might skip this last random free bump though, just so we can kind of get to the free section a little bit quicker. All right. NHENOM on Instagram. Make sure you follow if you're rocking with that. That's Phenom. Whoop. Going straight into Everyday by Devontae Vaughn. This is Everyday.
Look, step out of crib over the clean.
Out of the UK.
Coast Guard's never seen this wave. If I hurt your feelings, I mean it. I don't boast much, I lead this way. Members, we got a demeanor. We don't boast much, we lead the way.
At Devontae Vaughn on Instagram, or on Twitter, and probably Instagram too.
Look, spending that money, train to Central. She likes my fragrance, K, you're welcome. Spending that money, train to Central.
This is great.
And it's on time today, that's awful. And I pray for the life I lead. Gotta raise my members each. Go hop on the train, share my Steve. But that's every day
this
for
one's
a
great.
nigga like me. That's every day for a nigga like
me too, Pen.
That's every day for a nigga like me. Yo. That's every day for a nigga like
what you might want to try on this That's what it's like every day, that part. You could do a chanted vocal at some point during this where you have multiple voices laid on top of yours. I feel like that'd be really fire. Also, it'd be good for a video moment if you had like a whole group of guys around you and everyone's doing it like very like UK rap style. You like Stormzy and Shut Up type vibes. That would be a cool moment visually. And also like from an audio standpoint, I really enjoy a moment like that in this as well. You can, we only have about 10 minutes left, so if you do submit, that's fine, but we might not get to you. So I would say if you do want to submit music, join the Discord. We're back on Monday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. I do this every Monday and Thursday usually. Today I'm doing a makeup stream for missing yesterday. So definitely tap in, go join the Discord. It's free. We got a bunch of playlist opportunities in there as well, and go follow us on Kayvan's House on Instagram, because there are also opportunities for submission there too. That's every day for a nigga like me. That's every day for a nigga like me. I wake up, yeah, I like this. We're saving money, the boiler ain't broke. I grab my gloves and my weights and I go. Tryna get trim, I ain't tryna get swole. Make me a porridge with fly nigga oats. I'm skipping your favorite part, picking the clothes. I play some music to get my very classic, like witty, just well thought out, well written lines. That's one of the things I enjoy about UK rap the most. There's a lot of like really intelligently written references and bars that you just really have to pay attention to. It's always been one of my favorite things about UK rap. I feel like Americans can be a little bit more straightforward a lot of times. I mean, obviously, if you're a Kendrick, there's gonna be layers to it, but not every rapper in the US is like that. I feel like it's a lot of straightforward stuff. So it is nice. It's refreshing. It's nice to hear somebody put more time and effort into like crafting bars that makes you think about what they're saying, and I feel like Devontae is definitely doing that. We're gonna go straight into Skybox Kenny, and then Jared Falls, and then we'll do free bumps from the chat. So stick around. We are gonna do the free bumps from the chat. It's just not gonna be a ton of songs. We'll get as many as we can. All right. And I appreciate you. If you guys are still in here hanging out with us, definitely let us know what you think of these songs. We appreciate you being here. Kenny, bro, really pushing the boundaries of what type of music you make right now. Again, not what I expected to hear from you. Super chill vibes, honestly. Of course, bro, of course. I do feel like you may be missing a higher harmony in this one. I also love Untitled. I think it's great. They have a stem player in there now where you can actually cut out specific stems of things, which is kind of crazy. I just saw it on their Instagram the other day, and I thought that was such a cool tool for them to incorporate into their app. I don't like that you have to pay for it, but you know, it's what it is. I do think in this, the only thing that I would say to you, Kenny, is maybe just a little bit more variation in melody. You stay within like a very, like there's a specific range you're in, which I like it's your obvious like pocket that you should be in range wise, but I would like to hear you push it just a little bit more, you know what I mean? I would love to hear you just push the boundaries a little bit more and just test your voice a little bit more, but that's it. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I just think that there's something lacking in kind of that high end, and that's really all I would say is like if you were gonna do anything to this, open it up a little bit more. Get into that high range just a tiny bit more. 808 cowbells missing. Oh, yeah, there might be an 808 cowbell missing in this too. I don't think that would hurt. Again, at Skybox Kenny on Instagram. All right, so for the next, like, roughly 5 to 10 minutes, it's just 9 minutes on my counter. So we have 9 minutes. While we play this song from Jared Falls, if you are here in the chat, put your artist name in the chat. I'll bump up as many of you as I can. We'll do about a minute of each song and just try and get through as many songs as possible for free. But if you are here, go ahead and put your artist name in the chat. This is Jared Falls with Money, my Love, My Drug. And I love the way this sounds already. JaredM.3 on Instagram. We'll get a couple of you right now. Cthulhu, I don't want to anger you, so we're gonna make sure that we play you before the end of the stream. The last thing I want is Cthulhu stomping through New York City. So really nice bounce on this one. If you are still with us, put your artist name in the chat right now. We are on our free bumps part of the stream. We've got a couple more songs we'll be able to play before we get done. So put your artist name in the chat if you want to get bumped up. We can definitely get a couple of you. I love this demo, Jared. I definitely encourage you to finish it if you can. And I think this will be a good release, especially as we're getting into the summer too. It's got that feeling. Backgrounds are nice, doubled up main vocal, nice touch. Super catchy. Ooh. Ooh. That little synth right there in the background is nice. Lots of really great details in this one, especially for a demo. I don't know that there's that much more you need to do to this. It feels really good. The mix is great, honestly, so far. Minute 50 is a really great song length. The writing is great. At JaredM.3 on Instagram. Really, really dope work. I agree. Super, super good. All right, well, fuck it. We're in this last minute. We're in the last couple of minutes of the stream. We are going to go on a raid after we get done here, so just stick around if you want to come on a raid. I'll take you guys somewhere else so you can send music. If you are in the chat and you have submitted and you want to get bumped up, make sure you let us know what your artist name is in the chat right now. We will put you in the queue. I can't guarantee we'll get to everybody, but we'll try. We're going to listen to about a minute of each of these songs, and we'll still get feedback. We'll still pull up socials. I'll still save things if I hear something I like, but just we're in rapid fire mode right now. That's what we're doing, all right? What was this in 2012? I would have lived to this song. I'm dead. This is Live. Live? What is this house? I feel like I've seen this house before. Oh, sick. This is actually sick. It's giving like Ava Max, early Lady Gaga. And I really like it. Wait, there's no L in this part. Some random house on a vacation. It looks like a house in Nashville that I used to know. Lady Gaga for sure, I like that. I like it too. It's IIIV on Instagram. Yeah, we saved this one in the playlist. I gotta cut it there at a minute, but great job. I definitely gotta hear more. Like a kind of mellow Kesha. Oh no. Alright, Cthulhu sent me a TikTok video, which I'm not actually mad at. Devontae, you have a good night, man. Have a great weekend. We'll see you hopefully on Monday. A couple more left before we go on a raid, so stick around. If you want to get bumped, let us know. Watch your ears on the drop. The mix is bad. Thanks for telling me. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Hopefully it comes before a minute, and we don't have to wait for a minute 30 for the drop. Nah, that was really sick. I like that one. Wait, how do we say your name? Cthulhu, this has Hudson Mohawk written all over it, man. If you've never listened to Hudmo, you should definitely get into Hudmo a little bit. I feel like you'd like it a lot. Ooh. Super cool. Actually feels like anime. You could make like a really cool, I mean, you guys, you did make an AMV to that. I don't think the mix was trash. I actually expect, I think music like that to be a little bit more blown out, and I liked how distorted it was. I think you could stylistically do that in the mix if you wanted to. But yeah, I like that. I'm into that. Elevated music by Jabba44X. We got like one more. Oh, we still have 4 minutes technically. We're gonna go on a raid after this. Well, I'll play you guys that Japanese song that I just can't get enough of today. It's amazing. Video is super clean on this one. Gonna have to follow Nolan as well.
I'm trying to make a way for all my bros, let them soldiers in. They say I fell off, okay, cool.
Definitely gonna follow Jabba.
200 in PA, straight to the top, we on the road again. Really, I'm just starting, but I
and I'm gonna save this one too. I like the song.
I feel like I'm Derek if I fall, just know I rose
Suzette.
again. Touching guap, boy, invest in this.
Yeah, this one's great.
I be fresh as fuck on the scene, jeans stock, boy. I support the fam. Every time I'm back in the city, they put torch in hand.
Where's Jabba from?
Where I'm from, like I'm Uncle Sam. Face worth a check, what I look like ever throwing hands.
It's called elevated music.
That you wanted, but I saw you ran. Saw the pressure coming.
Is this not out? Yeah.
Like my feet in sand. Same niggas.
Oh, AJ, you sent this. You sent this.
Could have been my dog. What a shame. Couldn't see the plan.
I think the visual really ties this together. Fuck, I wish I'd seen this earlier on today. I might go ahead and just add this to the new music of this playlist right now, because I like this actually. Yeah. Aesthetics are really nice.
I realized that it all was fake.
I didn't get to see the hockey shit.
For your turn to hit, you spot a snake. I only check in with my doctor, he just called, I'm doing great. Had to cut the roof to be this fly, the wings was needing space. MNY, shit it fit, pot and stick, I stay in mix. Blackout Cooper's bloody kicked out section.
Damn, this actually is great. I feel bad that I didn't put this in the playlist earlier. I'm gonna make up for that mistake. It's going in the fucking playlist right now.
All of that talking that you doing, it won't leave a dent. Left the ground scorching way that all
I fucked up.
Touch a couple dollars, find it funny how it's making sense.
I fucked up. Come on. It's going in here. It just got bumped up in there. I know AJ's not with us anymore in the chat, but yeah, shit got bumped up, bro. I fucked up. I didn't put this in the playlist earlier. It deserved to go in there. That was Jabba44X with elevated music. It just came out today. Make sure you go follow at Jabba44X if you were rocking with that one. Yeah, that was a... I'm gonna have to go back and rectify my mistake with that one. It is now in the playlist as well. Studa Merzik was cracking, bro. What's happening? Penny, but not the coin. This is probably one of our last ones tonight. This is Hoy there. I don't know if you know that my uncle's name is Hoy. I don't think he did that on purpose, but that is his name. Hoy. Yeah, my Uncle Hoy. What's happening?
My name is Eddie, and now we're like a penny. I'm losing days from the notes, strings they notes.
Super interesting, very experimental.
I claim the power, it's you.
How many songs did we get through today, guys? 35. Not the most songs we've gotten through in a stream. Yeah, probably. Actually, no, I don't. No, the counter is right at 2 hours. I can't. Feedback on this one, I would say just work on the vocals a little bit more. I see stylistically what you're going for. I feel like they don't fit quite yet in there, but I would just keep working on it. I like the production. I thought it was really interesting and out of the box, but I think on the vocal side of things, that's where it needs a little bit more work still. So I would just keep working on that side of things a little bit, Penny. But I like that you're doing something different. I think that's important. Next Monday, Stutter, we're back on Monday. Monday and Thursday next week. We're just doing this one as a makeup because I missed yesterday. Working with phone vocals. Oh shit. Well, look, I'm not as mad at that, but try and get a little interface. You can get a better mic that you can plug into your phone too. You can get like phone specific interfaces now. So something to think about if you're recording on your phone. You can still upgrade the setup a tiny bit. Master on this one is very quiet. Tobacco Ryan. That's probably my biggest bit of feedback. I actually like what this is, other than the fact that the master is so quiet. I think if the master was just a little bit louder, then this would hit a little bit better. I like the ideas, but it really comes down to that master being so quiet. Like if we were listening to this in a playlist, when we got to this song, it would be a pretty noticeable difference in volume, and I think as a listener, like a passive listener, I probably skip for that reason. So just think about that. All right, we are gonna go on a raid though. Well, fuck. You know what? I'm gonna play you this one song because I said that I was going to all stream, and I think everybody needs to hear it because it's hard, and I don't think that everybody knows the Japanese rap goes this hard. So I'm gonna play it for you guys really quickly. Team Tomodachi. Also, it's APHM, so you guys can deal with this Asian music for a second.
Back to Black is a worldwide sensation.
Back to Black is terrible. They should not have made this movie. Anyway. Nah, bro. You guys are gonna freak out. So this is his artist. He used to go by K-O-H-H, but I guess he's recently changed his name to Yuki Chiba, which is his government name. He's definitely one of my favorite Japanese rappers of all time. But I guess Duke Deuce had gotten upset about the fact that the Japanese artists had taken this Memphis sound, and then they collaborated with him, which is hard as shit. I can't get enough of this.
This that crossed out energy. Right or wrong with the guys I'm rolling like some Michelin. My style studied cross the
We're gonna go on a raid after this. Come with us on the raid.
I just keep on popping up like
let's see who's on right now.
Big triple M till infinity. Baby from Japan, not just Tokyo, drip some. Fat nigga.
Looks like our friend Arawadi is on right now. We'll probably go raid him. That's one of the homies. We do love his community as well. His stream starts in 5 minutes. We could take a little early raid in there, I think. This is Duke Deuce, who's from Memphis, who's rapping right now. Big fan of Duke Deuce also, but the Japanese rapper, his name, you'll find most of his music under K-O-H-H, capital letters, Ko. But his new music is coming out, it seems like, under Yuki Chiba, which is his government name too, so I would check out both. There's a lot of remixes of this song specifically that are happening right now with Asian artists. And you'll also see me update my en route playlist, which is a all foreign music playlist next week. And this week, it's going to be all Japanese music. So keep your eyes open for that. You are going to get a playlist of Japanese rap from me in the next couple of days. It's too tough. Alright. Now that I've gotten DMCA for this, let's go raid Arawadi. It's so hard. The energy is crazy too. Shout out to Japanese hip hop, man. What a fucking. The energy is just correct. It's correct. All right, we're gonna go. Peace. I'll see you guys next week. Come on the raid with us. There's 20 of you in here. Come on, come through. You can send your music through. All right, we'll see you next week. Bye.